Hey YouTube, your girl is back. Your girl is back with another video, honey. This is an impromptu live. You guys. I am back with a new topic today. I said, I'm sitting out here while my child is in there practicing for cheer. They transition into the gym. So I'm sitting out here and because they don't want the parents in because it makes the kids nervous. So they got cheer competition coming up. So I said, let me go ahead and try to go live and talk about this Chef Carmen topic because we've mentioned Chef Carmen over here before. So why not get into it and dissect and unpack? If you are listening to my beautiful voice and you are not subscribed, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, turn those posts. Hi, Angel Brooks. Hi, hi, hi. Hit the subscribe button, turn those post notifications on, hit that like button on your way in so that way you'll be notified every single time that I post. And go ahead and speak to your girl when you come in. When you come in, say hello, hello. So I don't know how many people are going to join today, but like I said, when you come on in, hit that like button and say hello. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We're going to talk about Chef Carmen, honey, because this was very interesting. And I will say, baby, it is a hot when I tell you it is a hot mess, and I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions on it. Since Chef Carmen, over here we talk about Teresa a lot, and we have talked about Chef Carmen a little bit over here. I said, well, you know what? Why not introduce a new topic to the audience and kind of get everyone's perspective on the situation to see, exactly, where everybody's coming, to see what everybody's thoughts and opinions on it. So I'm gonna give a little background. Like I said, this is a new topic, so I'm gonna give a little brief. For those of you all who may not know who Chef Carmen is, we'll say who she is, and then we'll get into it real quick. So, real quick, everybody knows Chef Carmen ATL. Beautiful woman, she is a chef. She be making some good food, honey. And she pretty much is, popular on Facebook. She goes live. She does pre-recorded cooking videos. She has a seasoning company. She has, I guess, hey, Jess Lenise, said new to the chat. Well, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. But yes, she has a catering company. And she's in the chef catering food business. She's cool with Darius Cook, so she is, a popular chef in Atlanta. And she has lately she's gotten engaged to her new girlfriend, and it seems like, honey, ever since she done got this new boo, honey, the people have not been here for it, and there has just been chaos after chaos after chaos. Like I said, the last time we talked about Chef Carmen, she was brought up into the drama with Teresa and Tanya falling out. Tanya revealed that, Teresa had let Chef Carmen borrow some money, and she was kind of upset because Chef Carmen kind of stood her up to go be with her fiance when she was supposed to cater an event that Teresa was having. And not to bring Trees into this because this had nothing to do with her, but I'm only bringing it up because we'll get to that later on. But pretty much, that kind of sparked my interest personally in kind of watching her a little bit more. Hey D, hey. Jessalyn says, yes, chaos falling out with everyone, including her daughter. Yes, I saw that. Like that, this something about this new fiance the people are not here for. Hey, girl, thank you for joining, D. But yes, honey, this new fiance that she has seemingly been causing some chaos. And I wouldn't say the fiance herself is causing chaos, but the relationship seems to be causing a lot of chaos for Chef Carmen. Chef Carmen also has a business partner. Her business partner is named Boss Lady. Like I said, I found Chef Carmen on Teresa's page. So before, I really didn't watch her. But once there was so much chatter about her girlfriend and fiance, I started to tune into her more because most of the time I would just watch her cooking content. I really wouldn't watch her personal lives. But I started to kind of tune in more, and it just seems like there was always something going on with her relationship, interfering with the relationship that she had before the fiance came around. For example, her and her daughter got into it and fell out, and her daughter was working for her and quit on her, and or she fired her daughter. I'm sorry, she fired her daughter. That was a big drama. Her daughter brought up not really caring for the fiance. And so it's just been a lot of mess surrounding the fiance. The people pretty much feel like the fiance is coming in, Chef is moving too fast, and she's completely taking over Chef's mind and controlling her, taking her money and just ruining everything for her. That's how everybody's feeling. Hey D Brown, hey, hey, hey. And Trees kind of mentioned something similar as well, when they were into it. She would mention how, she was kind of moving kind of fast. So just a lot of people around Chef have kind of made comments about her and hey Linda Johnson, hey, hey. About her, this lady moving kind of fast. It's putting a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. So, like I said, Chef has I guess, a friend business partner named Boss Lady. Boss Lady seems like someone who, I don't watch her at all, but she also has a following on Facebook. She's somebody who obviously is financially stable. She's established. She's a business person, and Chef was, basically saying that, when she got her house in Atlanta, she was prepared to rent a house and just pay the rent up for the year. And Boss Lady said, no, friend, just try to buy a house. And Chef ended up saying, she does social media, so I guess she could improve the income. And so Boss Lady ended up buying Chef a home and putting it in her name, putting Chef on the deed, and everything was wonderful. They were friends. I have seen Boss Lady in Chef's cooking content. I have heard Chef mention Boss Lady a lot of times. She always speaks highly of her. So she just seems to be a really good business partner and close friend. Well, baby, honey, I don't know. D Brown says Chef is falling apart. Yeah, it seems to be a mental breakdown. Um, and a lot of times I will say, just playing devil's advocate, that's why I'm cool on relationships right now in my life, because relationships do take a lot out of you. They do. You can't lie and say they don't. And a lot of times, if you're not strong and grounded in who you are, and if you are very quick to kind of just base your life around somebody else to make all these changes, that can be like a dangerous thing. And so I told myself that, not saying that I'm lonely or anything, but when it comes to like just serious, like living together, moving together, like I'm cool on that kind of relationship. Not saying that I don't want a relationship now. Everybody need a little companionship. But what I'm saying is I don't want the type of relationship where we gotta kind of drop everything and rearrange our life for each other, because a lot of times that goes left real fast and one person ends up sacrificing and losing a lot. But anyway, that's my soapbox. Let me get back to the drama. So Jess Lanice says yes, D Brown. And Jess Lanice also says she's been with Tay Tay for what, 5 months or so. What? I did not know it was that short. That's why everybody around here is concerned. I would be concerned too. Now, that's the thing. You gotta let grown folk do what grown folks want to do, right? But at the same time, 5 months is a lot to be um, moving and all that type of stuff. So backstory. Chef has been, now that we learned, thanks to Just Elise, honey, she has put us on game. Chef has been with Tay Tay for 5 months. Now, I have personally seen Chef talk highly of her fiance. They've got engaged. They've been loving on each other. And I myself personally have heard Chef mention moving a lot of times. And she's been talking about how she, wants to move, I think it's to Houston, to be with her fiance. And so she's been talking about this, right? I even when the drama with her and Trees happened and she was on her live just talking, and hey Shonda Star, hey, hey, hey. Shonda said, hey, now she asked Tay to marry her within 30 days. What? Oh, y'all is spilling the tea, baby. 30 days. Baby, Tay Tay must got that Tay Tay must got that good. Honey, 30 days. Not Chef. Whew, all right. See, look, y'all are revealing to me more deep background, because, like I said, I just started really religiously kind of tuning into Chef. This is a lot. Okay, so now that we know she done got engaged to this woman within 30 days, they ain't been talking to each other for them about 5 months or so, and she's rearranging her whole life. So she's been talking about moving, moving, moving. So and like I said, she had that previous agreement with her business partner slash best friend slash homie, whatever. She had the previous agreement that, hey, since you offer, I'll accept your offer to buy this home for me or whatever. And from boss lady's perspective, the agreement was, we'll do this for a year and then we'll go ahead and sell the house. You got to figure something out within a year or it'll go up for sale. So I don't know what led up to this, but I'm assuming that 12 months has come. And now it's time for boss lady to go ahead and sell that property. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's still in her name, right? Shauna Thought got some more tea, honey. Shauna Thought says she met Tay in June and asked to marry her at the end of July. What, baby? But yeah, chef need to slow it on down. That is crazy. I'm thinking that because from when I started catching up with it, I'm thinking, okay, the relationship is fresh, but I didn't know it was that damn fresh. Now, Lord, hey, alive and prosperous. Hey, hey, hey. But yeah, so I'm assuming that Chef has been she been keep she want to put it out there how she want to move so bad. Her business partner slash friend boss lady was probably like, well, look, you want to move anyway. It's time for me to go ahead and press the button and try to sell this property. So I guess Chef was on live. I don't know what she was on live about, but I guess a realtor or somebody shows up to the door. Somebody shows up to the door who obviously knows about the agreement between Chef and boss lady. And Chef put the phone down. She puts the phone down, she turns it face down, and she begins to have this conversation about what has been transpiring while the live is still going. She didn't turn the live off or nothing. She just put the phone down and just started talking. All righty. Jessalyn says the other girlfriend deleted her whole page, right? They were together. Yeah, I know someone mentioned before that the other girlfriend deleted Chef page before. I do remember that. Alive and Prosper says, I love Chef. I'm gonna just be quiet and pray. Yeah, I think she is a nice lady. I do. And I really hope that she does pray for some discernment because this is a lot. This was a lot. Shauna Star said Chef knew she was live. Yeah, because that you didn't turn it off. I know that maybe she was so ready to have the conversation, she probably was just rushing. But I mean, you're a social media influencer. You do this all the time. Like you knew you knew you was on live. One Sweet Tea says, wait, what did I miss about Chef? Oh, it don't went down, honey. Chef is into it with her long-term friend, person that she's talked highly about, Boss Lady. Her and Boss Lady are into it. And so right now I'm giving that background on that. One Sweet Tea says I hadn't watched her about a week. Yeah, I hadn't really. I watch her on and off, but yeah, it don't came down. It don't went down, baby. Shauna Star says Rico came in and told her she was out. She said she didn't care. Yeah, I heard the recording when she said that. So pretty, yeah. Yes, one sweet tea, yes. So pretty much she put the phone down and she goes to tell this other person. I guess I think it was a realtor. I want to say I heard somebody else say on their live. And she was just basically like, this is so unfair. She's selling the house. She's snatching away from my granddaughter. This is not right. Now I gotta move. She offered to do this for me. I was prepared to rent somewhere. you know I didn't have to have her buy this house. I put up the money for everything. I was prepared to pay my rent in full, and this is not right, and I love my granddaughter, and now I got to be rushed away from my granddaughter, and this is all because I got a relationship. So she's pretty much talking trash about boss lady, basically trying to make it seem like boss lady is being on some malicious evil stuff by selling the property, and she's alluding that boss lady is upset because she is in a relationship. I mean, that's what she's making it seem like. Blessings. Hey, blessings. What up? What up? Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Okay. All right. There we go. All righty. It says, I don't see things with her and Tay ending well, but I wish her the best. She seems like a nice lady. Yeah, I don't see it ending well either, just from the little bit I've watched. Because I think that Chef, she's one of those people, and I have friends and family like that. You have like my mom, she's the same way. She loves really, really hard. And she don't mind rearranging her whole life. And and sometimes it works out in her favor because she's been able to live all over. She's been able to travel, do nice things, and she always has had a partner to do it with. So that's the beauty of it, right? But then the downside of that comes when, you have found yourself making these extreme sacrifices and then the relationship doesn't work out. And because you are the one that put all this energy into it, you're the one left looking like boo boo the fool. So yeah, I don't see it ending well either. So yes, so pretty much she go to talking crap about boss lady, and she's making it seem like boss lady is doing this to be malicious, and the live is going the whole time. So somebody comes in, and Shonda let us know it was Rico. He comes in and he tells her, you on live, and she starts saying, I don't care, and she continues to talk. And then the lady who she was talking to, I guess this is the realtor lady or whoever it was, she's like, okay, are you live? Like, wait a minute, you don't want to talk about this on live, do you? And Chef says no. But it's kind of confusing because she just said, I don't care, when the guy tried to tell her that she was still on live. Blessing Hot Topic said, Boss Lady is all about business and her great credit. She don't want Chef as a lover, just a sister. Chef needs to adjust those teeth and wake up before none of the village deals with her. It says that poor realtor seemed so frightened from Chef behavior. She did. The lady was like, I don't know what the relationship is between you all. I don't know. She sounded like, look, I'm just trying to see what's going on about y'all selling this house. I don't really care about all that. And so pretty much, that's what gaslighted this entire situation because, she pretty much, painted boss lady out to be a malicious person. And like I said, I watched it on it also. Forgive me if I left out any other details and you all can fill me in because like I said, I'm new to Chef Carmen, watching her consistently. But yeah, and first thing that I thought when I heard it is, well, why the hell she telling this other person all this? Like, this is the thing. From my perspective, and I don't even watch her all the time, but I personally have witnessed her say she wants to move and she wants to be with her woman and she wants to move to Houston with her fiance. I know I've heard that several times, and this is outside of this one particular time. And so, if you were already planning on moving anyway, then it's the smart thing for boss lady to do would be to sell the house because she probably don't want to be left with the responsibility of this house. Now here where the tea come in, y'all. Here where the tea come in. So y'all remember, when she was talking to the realtor lady, she was basically making it seem like she paid for everything. She just, had to have it in boss lady's name because of she couldn't verify her income situation. Well, nah, baby, boss lady said, hold up, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. Let me tell you something real quick. So boss lady did a post and delete, a post and delete, and she set the record straight. She was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Chef did not have no money for no down payment and she couldn't qualify for no loan. So, baby, I loaned her that money for the down payments. I put the house in my name and I paid for her teeth. I said, oh, Lord, God damn, Chef. God dang. It says Chef's gambling addiction is putting her in the poorhouse. Chef is too old for all this. She know better. She do. And this is the thing. Everybody jumped down my girl Tree's throat when she mentioned that she had let Chef borrow some money because they thought it was just tacky for her to be bringing it up to when she was venting to her friend that or whatever. But I think what people are saying is, listen, we're going out on the limb for you. You know what I'm saying? And then this is how you repay us. Cause in the situation with my girl T, she lending her money, she being a good friend, and then she kind of stand up her event, which was, even though people like, well, she was gonna be with her woman. It doesn't matter. If you promised somebody you were gonna cater an event they were having, you need to follow through because they made this is an event. And now with Boss Lady, you're trash talking this woman and you're making her seem like she's an evil person. And you have always spoken highly of her to us, so everyone is kind of shocked by this, and this could potentially ruin this woman's character. And all lo and behold, behind the scenes, this woman done put a house in her name for you, and done loaned you money to get your teeth did, and done loaned you money for a down payment, baby. uh, just me say everybody is always loaning Chef money. Okay. Now, Chef, this is the second and like I said, I still like Chef Carmen. Through all of this, I still like her. I think that she's a sweet person. But Chef, why is these people loaning you money? I don't understand. Um Blender said blessings exactly, and Blessing says, you can get from and those seasons you can get the same from Big Lots. And I'm not there to gossip, but I think Tree spilled the tea about Chef Seasons when they fell out last time she was with Coco. Yeah, I think that there was some tea spilled about that as well. And it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And my thing is, and this is not to age shame at all, but like you said, Blessing, Chef is too old for this, okay? Like, girl, at this point, you know, if you had already planned to be moving with your boo and, merging your life together with this woman, then why are you so upset about the house being sold? And so the only conclusion that I can draw from that is maybe she's over promising things to her fiance, trying to impress her, but deep down inside she really wasn't sure she was about making that move. And so she maybe still wanted to have both houses just so she can have the wiggle room to, have that to fall back on. D Brown says Chef don't have the money like people thinking. Yeah. Hey, Bernadette Baker. Hey, hey, hey. Bernadette says Chef, you playing victim. Yeah, it is giving. It is giving victim. It is. I love it, but it's giving victim. It's definitely giving victim. Alive and Prophet says Chef said Boss Lady wanted to hunt her. I don't agree, but you're buying homes and teeth. Why? Yeah, that was another interesting allegation, because she did kind of make it seem like, 'cause she meant, she was like, she's married, she has a wife, so why she mad at me? She said something of that nature, and I'm like, so are you trying to say that she wanted you? You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. There are some people that you come across in life who are just really nice, genuine people, and they want to see you win. So I don't know if Boss Lady necessarily wanted to hunt Chef, but you never know. But I don't think that was the case. I just think that she saw the potential, and and her investing in Chef, could have very well benefited her, because Chef does her thing with that food now. You know what I'm saying? She can bring in the views with that. So, I don't know. D. Brian says, Bernadette, you see how she talked about trees, now she's still in the boss lady? Yeah, yeah. Blessing says, you're into something now. I was thinking the same. Chef may be starting to wake up. I hope. Yeah. Yeah, I think that she's just making a whole bunch of promises to this fiance, and she know deep down inside that she may not can deliver. And so I think that I personally think that she wanted to hold on to that home a little bit longer. And so when Boss Lady heard that she was moving, Boss Lady like, look, this my name on the line. I ain't got no time to play no game with you. So maybe Chef took that the wrong way and took it as jealousy or hatred, when in all actuality, the woman is just trying to protect her name. And I think it's a misunderstanding on both parts. Justine says Tay is gonna blow her top. Did they get mad already? Heard it in the shade room. I don't know, but baby, this fiance, they don't like this fiance, honey. D Brown says, I don't think Boss Lady want her like that. She said the same thing about Treese when she got mad. Yeah. And I ain't trying to be funny, but Treese already Treese made it very clear, baby. Notified before says, I think Chef already married when they went to Las Vegas. That's potentially they could be married. She did have on. Well, I don't know because, like I said, I don't watch her religiously, but I did see where they both had on makeup and stuff. So maybe. Bernadette Baker says, D Brown, Treese was right about Chef, but nobody don't want to believe. Right now, Treese been told y'all. She been told y'all, not somebody else saying it. Yes, hit that like button, Niecy. Thank you, Niecy. Alive and prosperous. Ain't nobody nice to be buying homes. Yes, honey. And Alive and prosperous is definitely a lack of communication. Yeah, I think that it was a lack of communication, and that's the thing with these friendships. It's kind of like, why we gotta go to the live. Hold on, you guys. Somebody called me again. Okay, there we go. Why? Let me put my phone on do not disturb. But yeah, why we gotta go to the live with it, honey? D Brown says exactly, but I always believe what. Yeah, yeah. She called it. Now she don't said it, but she the first one to call it out. I mean, because I don't give a damn. I felt what Treese was coming for. Now, if you don't told me that you're gonna cater my event, I don't gave you thousands of dollars so you can go gather up at a casino, and then you cancel on me so you can go lay up with this same person that you always gonna lay up with anyway. I would have felt some type of way too. D Bronson said some people just hate Teresa. They don't believe anything she say. Yeah, they don't. And then what she say be true every time. She tell us about these folks every time, and then boom, it come out. But it says, yep, and I'm not mad at Boss Lady. Sell this ish and get on down the road with your high price boo. Right. Like, because this is the thing. Maybe, just maybe, it's not the fact that you're in a relationship, Chef, but maybe it's the fact that you're making so many compromises and sacrifices that are negatively impacting the business because of this relationship. I don't think that people have an issue with you being in a relationship. I think people have an issue with you making all of these hasty, fast decisions that are having a negative impact. And so the people that are around you probably don't want no parts of it because they can see this shit going downhill. Because you meet somebody, you get engaged to them within 30 days, you ain't even been with them a full 6 months yet, and you already trying to move across the country with them. They probably like, listen, we finna go ahead and jump off this ship before a wreck because you're going downhill and you're going downhill fast. And if Chef go get some help for that gambling problem, she'd be right. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's kind of like, that is where I feel like, the relationship can be problematic because you still have personal demons that you're dealing with. She even mentioned when she was talking to the realtor lady, she was like, I go in my closet and I sit in silence and I cry, whatever she said. She said she go in her closet and she break down. And I'm like, well, if you are so in love and so happy, why are you in your closet breaking down? I think that this relationship, you're trying to overcompensate and overplease. You can take your time and slow down. And I don't know the fiance, so I don't want to put anything on the fiance that's not true because we don't know what the fiance is doing. But the fiance could be putting a lot of pressure on her, because Chef is a social media influencer. Chef is someone who is well known. Facebook is very lucrative. Darius Cook was talking about how, he doesn't even get as many views as Chef or Treese, and he makes about 75K a month. So just imagine what they're making. So, when you have somebody who comes into your life, it could be that this woman is wanting you to move so fast because she feels like you have the means to do so. But behind closed doors, you're dealing with your own personal demons, and you really ain't got it like that to be giving her everything that she wants. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, that gambling is something serious. D Brown says, and you do have good friends that will do good things for you, so you can't say she want to sleep with her. Right, right. Mm-hmm. And Blessing says, I mean, Chef is acting like the femme in the relationship. She got this 4-month-old high priced chick putting makeup on her so that she can be why is my child phone ringing? Where's my child phone at? Oh, okay. Honey, she in practice, honey. I'm gonna have to mute this. But yeah, it says, I mean, Chef is acting like a family relationship. She got this 4-month old high price chick putting makeup on her so that she can be attracted to her. Wake up, Chef. She's going, Lord bless. Bless says she gonna scrap up on you, child. D Brown says, and if people been with Chef for a long time, they would know Boss Lady was around for a long time, even when she was with the other lady. Then after they broke up, then Boss Lady started to show her face. Yeah, because I've always heard Chef mention Boss Lady, but I never saw her. And then I seen her do a cooking video, a tutorial. I think she was making, I want to say it was something she was making. It was good. It looked good, honey. And Boss Lady was there. And I think that she is not understanding that this woman is only doing what's best for her in this situation. If I go out on my way and I, loan a friend some money and I put a loan in my name for a home, a mortgage in my name for a friend, and I see my friend about to go downhill fast in this relationship. I see my friend doing foolish stuff like getting engaged in 30 days and all this type of stuff. I may be a little bit skeptical too. And like I forgot whose live I was watching, but the lady whose live I was watching, I forgot what the name of her channel is. But she made a very good point. You've been hollering to the rooftops how you want to move with with your boo to Houston. So, you're trying to kind of play the sympathy card and make it seem like this woman is kind of uprooting and snatching you away from your home. But at the end of the day, had you not put it out there that you wanted to move, then there wouldn't probably be any need for her to sell. But like she said anyway, there was an agreement to sell within the 12 months. And on top of that, I'm sorry. I don't care how nice my friend is. You also had the option to decline. You also had the option to say no. That's why I kind of believe Boss Lady when she says that she didn't have the money. Because if you had the money to just pay you a rent up somewhere for a year and just live good, then why would you let your friend go out and get a house and a loan? And it doesn't make sense because it's not like you own the home. You know what I'm saying? So it still would be no benefit to you. It may be a better living situation because you're dealing with your friend versus a landlord. So maybe that. But either way it goes, I believe what Boss Lady said. I believe there was some financial trouble and she had to swoop in and save the day. And so instead of renting, they just went with buying because that's always a better option if you are able to qualify. D Brown says yes, and Boss Lady always had her own money. Yeah, she obviously had some good money, good credit, and everything. She bought a house. Linda says Boss Lady is business. Like if Chef keep on, I believe Boss Lady will take legal action. Yeah, because Boss Lady seems like she ain't with the shit. Boss Lady seems like she is strictly black and white. But she seemed like she is. Listen. I'm not finna get my name, my credit tied up in nothing. It's one of a kind said Chef was already planning to move when she was down in Houston looking for a house. Yeah, like the only thing that took me back about the situation is you've been talking about moving. You've been saying something about running off to the sunset with this lady. So I mean, why is it a problem that she's selling the home? And my thing is another point. If you got it, if you're saying there are no financial troubles, then why can't you just have a rental property in Atlanta if you want to still keep a place so that you can still bond with your grandchild? Why don't you just find another rental property and pay the rent up for a year like you planned? And then just live in Houston as well. I don't see why this became a big deal. I just don't. I was thoroughly confused. Just nieces, I believe Boss Lady too. It saddens me about the situation with her daughter slash granddaughter. Yeah, and that's another thing. They're saying that she's mentioning her granddaughter, but it doesn't seem like her daughter really is too fond of her fiance either. So it seems like her daughter doesn't even want the grandbaby to be all up under her fiance like that. So that's another thing. D Brown, Chef saying she didn't ask for a house, so why you moved in to make it make sense? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And what Boss Lady said makes a lot more sense. Chef was not in the place financially to get a place, and she had a friend who was in the place to do so. And instead of her friend going out and renting, she bought it for her because, and it makes more sense for me to get a mortgage in my name for you, where we would have a better monthly payment and all of that than going out and renting from someone in Atlanta because these people they trying to get their money. So it made more sense than what she's saying because I don't see why Boss Lady would say, "Hey, no, just buy a house, but the house ain't in your name, but just buy a house." I think that Chef Baby wanted to buy versus rent, and she couldn't, and so Boss Lady came in and saved the day. That's what I think. Alive and Prosperous Boss Lady Modesta was looking for a profitable investment, but she ran up on a human with an addiction that she couldn't harness. Yeah, that is true. That is true. It says Chef knows she's over her head, effing with the high price chick. I mean, who's going to pay for these 20K wedding dresses, 50K venue with only Rico being there for Chef side in the $1 million house, child? Because it's kind of like you have to be overwhelmed by something. She said out of her own mouth, "I go in my closet and I cry and I break down. I sit in the dark in my closet," or whatever she said. Why you in your closet if this woman is over here making you so happy? And this is my theory, and I don't care what nobody say. Anytime, and I know that mental health is real, and there are more things out here in life that can overwhelm you besides a man or a woman, right? But anytime somebody be hollering about they overwhelmed and they depressed and they got a significant other, I start to raise my eyebrow, because that's the whole part of having a significant other. Not saying that your life won't be hard, not saying that there won't be times where you may get sad, but the way she was talking like she is just not doing well mentally. She was breaking down. She was, really, really unraveling. And in my mind, and this is just from me being, from my experience, a lot of times when people display that type of, unraveling behavior and they have a significant other, when it's all said and done, when the dust settle, a lot of time the significant other be the damn problem. I see it all the time with YouTubers. They be married, they be happy, and then you start seeing the woman or the man, "I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm mad." And then you like, okay, well, but no, it's not my partner. She's great or he's great. And then boom. A month later, it's a breakup, and then boom, y'all. I just wanted to tell y'all, there was a lot of things going on in the household. Y'all didn't know about it, and then you hear about it. And it always happens like that, from my experience. And so, I feel like she's met this woman. She's overpromised these things. She's trying to keep up this image. She's trying to be superwoman, and it's a lot on her because she does not have the means to do so. Maybe due to personal issues, it may be the gambling or whatever, or maybe she has her money tied up in whatever. But if money was not an issue, then if Boss Lady wanted to sell the house, okay, cool. Just get you a little condo, a little penthouse, just to have to come back and visit your granddaughter or whatever, and go on to Houston. It would be no problem. One sweet tea says, "I think Teresa is really smarter than people think, and a lot of stuff she do on live is extra for entertainment and money making purposes. People really underestimate her. Yes, they do, because she said it. She called this exact situation. She said it. She said she was moving too fast. She said she had a gambling problem. She said it, and now look what's happening." D Brown says the boss lady said she was going to tell the whole story about why she's not talking to her daughter. What? Mm. Linda says she mad because her grandbaby's over there packaging them seasons with a smile along with her mama around boss lady. That could be it too. Mm-mm. Chef says she couldn't show proof of income. She could have showed her yearly taxes. That makes you think about it. Is Chef not filing taxes? How do you not have financial trace of your income? Right, and that's another thing. There are a lot of entrepreneurs, and this is not me throwing shade on anybody, right? Because you got to get it how you live. But there are a lot of people who are entrepreneurs who are not reporting their income. And for example, Biden gave people who receive I don't know what it is. Maybe it's food stamps, but if you receive some type of government assistance of some sort, you get a $350 or whatever. And I was looking down my timeline and I saw several really, like, people who are well known for having popping businesses around the city, saying that they waiting on that 350. Now listen, I'm not in nobody's pockets, and I ain't salty because I couldn't get the 350. Well, I am a little salty because dog, when y'all gonna give the regular middle class people something? But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But and I'm looking like, wait a minute, sis. You, how you qualify for the 350? You right here iced out. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of entrepreneurs aren't properly reporting their income, and that's how they're able to live so lavishly. Because, baby, let me tell you something, and this is another thing that Teresa always said. When you get to having to pay them darn taxes, I'm a regular, I do have a side hustle, but the bulk of my income comes from my job. And the amount of taxes they want me to pay just from working alone is damn ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And then when I add my little extra side money, that make me owe a little bit more. Unless there's a business loss or whatever. But so a lot of times people are able to ball out because when you ain't telling Uncle Sam what you making, hell yeah, you can ball. You know what I'm saying? So that could be what it is. Because how did you not have proof of income? And I don't know at what time period this was, but whatever you're doing, if you're an entrepreneur, you're still supposed to be filing the taxes appropriately for that, so you can have that proof. Allowing process, yeah, is Taylor Love Chef, she would fall the F back, period. Right. Because, I don't care how hard of a lover Chef may be. If I see that my woman is grinding hard and she has an established business in Atlanta and her business is based out of Atlanta and we've only known each other for 5 months, take your time and, really get your business handled first before you think about being up under me. That's what anyone who I feel is considerate would do. That's why I said I don't know the fiance, but it makes me give her a little side eye because why are you not providing some type of relief in this situation? It seemed like you was in this situation being a burden and you're stressing Chef out. Shauna said, I feel Chef. If the house is mine, why I gotta sell? Chef said her name is on the deed, not boss lady. Well, that is a good perspective. That is a good perspective. But see, that's the thing. I think boss lady said that's a lie. That was the thing. I think boss lady is saying that Chef not telling the truth about that. Um, Shauna said Chef not filing taxes. She said she got to get some things straight with IRS. So, okay, Shauna, I want that damn 350. I was salty. They gave them people 350 for their kids and they self. I said, now damn, when they gonna do something for the regular folks? Because really, and when you really think about it, if you're not extremely rich or you're not like extremely poor, when you're just in the middle, just a regular working class citizen, it really sucks because you gotta sit up here and pay out all these taxes, and you don't get no type of rewards back. You don't get no good income tax check. You don't get nothing. Now, good, but that's why it's good to work for a good corporation because of the company that I work for. In past years, we get like a bonus. So there are other incentives that come with having a good paying job too. So it has its ups and downs. But I'm like, damn, I want that damn 350. Linda says chef name cannot be on the deed if she did not purchase the home. I bought 2 homes that don't work like that. Right. Because I'm like, yeah, that's the part that was confusing to me because I haven't purchased yet. But I'm like, okay, if it's in if your name is somewhere on this paperwork, then wouldn't you have a say so? So that's the part that was yeah, very confusing. Boss B said Tay and Lily are cousin. Blessings, can I get 350 on okay? Okay. It says Chef House is already on Zillow for 599K. How is she making at least 50K a month and broke? She got the right one messing with boss lady. She got her a pro. Okay. Blessing says, of course she couldn't show proof of income. Trust me, her name is not on that deed. It's boss lady or Rico's, but for real, for real. Shauna says, girl, it's the people that haven't received the 350. They said the hacker hacked the system and stole. Girl, and then my grandma. So my grandmama, she gets a disability, so she gets it. And the money, she could not get her money off the card, so I had to give my grandmom $350 because she was literally in tears. She was like, I do not know how to use this. Like, so the money they did get, she don't even know how to use it. And I was like, you probably can just go online and buy stuff. My grandma like, I don't want nothing from online. So one day I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna figure out how to use it for her or whatever. But my grandmama couldn't even use hers because I think you can only shop online with it, and she don't have Apple Pay. Now I think some people were saying that you can add it to the Apple Wallet, so I guess the people who can do that, but they said you couldn't use it at certain places. They said it was a lot behind it, but either way, I would have figured out how to use it. They could have gave it to me and my child. D Brown says Chef name was not on that house. If it was, why she saying all the what she's saying? Think about it. Right. Yeah, I don't think that Chef is being 100% transparent about this house situation. D Brown says boss lady not playing. Yeah, she not playing, baby. Yep, says you gonna use the line. Yeah, honey, I had to do and shell out 350 for my grandmama because she was finna have a little heart attack, honey. She was like, oh my God. And I don't blame her. Like, why y'all gonna give me something virtual? I'm old, which my grandmama is not that old. She's like 60, but still, like, come on now. And add it to Apple Wallet or Cash Out on PayPal. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to get it off there for her, cause baby, she was distraught. I said, no, my daughter used it in stores. I just lying. Yeah, I think you can use it at the grocery store and stuff if you can add it to your Apple Wallet. I think you can use it some places, but just not all. It's not like a real, you know how with your debit card you can just go to swipe and whenever, wherever. Like I don't think you can pay certain bills with it. I think it has like limitations on it. Com 2025 says Karina purchased the home and Chef had 12 months to pay her back, or the agreement was it would be sold. Chef didn't even have the down payment and lied and said she did. Yeah, yeah. Because I'm like, Chef, if you're making, because, and listen, they say that Facebook ad revenue is beautiful. They said that those people over there on Facebook is making a killing. So I'm looking at it like, Chef, if you have the money, or why can't, and this is even better. This is even better, y'all. Why can't Chef just purchase the home? You know? Why can't you just purchase the home? And but like Shonda mentioned earlier, she maybe, she said she got to get some things right with the IRS, but while you out here balling out, and I'm not a pocket watcher person, but before I go out here and ball and splurge, I'm gonna make sure I have whatever right with Uncle Sam. Cause baby, one thing about the government, they gonna get their money some type of way. Okay. So all you gotta do is literally I do it every year because I owe back every year. I owe the government money. All I do is I go on there and I set up a payment plan and I have them take a monthly amount out my bank account. You give them your writing an account number, they take it out. It's simple. I don't understand what you would have to have figured out. Now, if you have not been filing properly, then just go pay a tax preparer, go to H&R Block or go to some tax professionals, and they can file all the years that you may be missing. Because if you're bringing in six figures or more from Facebook a year, then the IRS should be a small fry. You should be able to, go ahead and cash out, do what you got to do so that way you can get it right because having money is good, but your face card got to be right too. And there's no way that I'm going to be around here famous public figure and I can't even go get anything in my name. That's backwards. Okay. Before I get any teeth done, body done, the government gonna have what they supposed to have for me because I ain't got time to wake up and my wages are garnished. Sorry, not sorry. Shauna says I've been using my square to help folks out because they want their money. Yeah, that's good, Shauna. That's nice of you. Chef said she didn't want us to buy a house at first, boss lady, and the realtor suggested. Oh, okay. Shauna said I posted and watched it like 3 times trying to get this all right. Yeah, it's a lot. It's very confusing, Shonda. Casey says Tay has. Blessing says that's not even an excuse. Chef could have set up a payment plan and that would have been sufficient enough. Chef needs to leave that gambling at high price. Right, because I'm sorry, baby, you and your boo be living too lavish for you to be having any type of problems with IRS, baby. Listen, the IRS is very is people, and listen, I'm not rich yet, right? So maybe this comes when you get to making millions or millions of dollars. But I make a pretty good amount of money, and they don't give me no trouble when I owe them. They give me the option to go online, and I just promise to pay, and you can actually name how much you can pay. You can actually, I think for me, you just type in the little box how much you want to give them. Now, of course, how much you pay is going to determine how much how long you have. But I mean, I'm trying to figure out, we have to prioritize, Chef. That's why relationships, you got to be careful when you're in a relationship. That's why you cannot be all wrapped up in a man or a woman. You got to get your business handled because you're going to be around here bankrupt. You're going to be around here assed out in a minute. You got to get your personal finance together. How you gonna try to move anywhere when you don't even have your credentials straight? You know what I'm saying? D Brown said, Sean, I heard her say that too. Yeah. Like it's very confusing. And even like I said, even when Chef Carmen is a sweet lady, but she does confuse me. She definitely does confuse me. I think that she means well. I think she has a good heart, but I don't think that um and I don't want to be mean about it, but I don't think that she thinks everything through. Because it just doesn't make sense to me. And that's why it says, you have to be a strong individual, a strong minded individual, and you cannot be easily swayed if you're trying to be successful and have a love life. Because I'm telling you, if you don't know how to prioritize that thing and put yourself first in certain situations, baby, you're going to find yourself on a slippery slope down the hell hill. I know even from because I was in a relationship for 6 years, and I even noticed like my differences in managing money. Like I had to relearn how to manage money all over again when I got out of a relationship, because I was so used to always having two incomes, so you can kind of spend money like a drug dealer when you got a man at home who's gonna pay for every, you know what I'm saying, or he gonna help you or whatever. So I had to readjust to the fact, like, girl, you don't got nobody at home that you can call and be like, send me this, send me that. So I had to readjust to that when I first became single. So it's all a learning experience. But Chef is too old to not have learned that. It says Tay will not stay with her if that money starts depleting trust. Yeah, it don't look like it, honey. Shauna says, I really think it's more to the story, because if Chef pays her mortgage 3 months in advance, I don't know what the problem is. Right. That's what she was on that make. She was like, I'm paying my mortgage 3 months in advance. Every time I pay 3 months in advance. But I'm like, well, if you're paying the mortgage in advance, then I don't think that anyone would have an issue with that. It has to be something more. It has to be something more. D Brown says it's showing Chef don't have what she said she had. Yeah. And I think that's why she got so mad at Treese when Treese revealed that she was borrowing money, because I think that she does not want people to know that there is some financial troubles. I think she's a little bit embarrassed, which, I mean, she's human. I would be embarrassed too if I'm known as this popular public figure, and we all know that the public figures on Facebook with a lot of views, bringing a whole bunch of money every month, and I am having to borrow money. Then and she had a valid explanation for that, but I think that deep down inside, she is having some financial troubles, and it is overwhelming because I ain't trying to be funny, but baby, money buy a little bit of happiness around here, okay? For me personally in my life. I don't see myself sitting no closet stressed out about if my bank account full and fat. Cause baby, okay, you want to sell the house, cool. My bank account on swole, I go get me another one. You know what I'm saying? In this type of situation. Now, money can't buy happiness in other situations, like if you lose loved ones and things like that. Okay, that's the type of things that money can't fix. But if you got somebody trying to sell your house, and they pissing you off, if your bank account on swole, that ain't nothing to sit in the closet about. Sell it. You ain't finna hold this over my head. I get me a nerve. Like we said in the country, a nerve. That's my thought process behind the whole situation. It says Tay gonna move Chef in and use her to pay off her house, build her Facebook followers, spend Chef monthly Facebook check, shopping and traveling, eating. Yeah, because I'm looking like Chef now. I don't even watch you like that, but you have been, caking this lady. You have been whining and dining her ass. You should have had all this figured out. Okay. D. Brown said, Shauna, that was the house she moved out of. She was talking about, and she was renting that house. That's what she was talking about. Shauna said, I'm gonna be real. Chef scene is a good, but 50 for four is a bit much. Yeah, that is a bit extreme. And that's why, I never wanted to be in like the retail type of business, or with entrepreneurship, because it's only so much that I'm gonna consciously want to charge someone. And when you have a big following, then you have room to kind of overprice things, because people are gonna buy it because it's you. You know what I'm saying? But how long would that last? You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, that Lawry's and some garlic powder and some onion powder and some black pepper and some slap your mama. That combination don't never fail me. Okay, I'm cooking seafood, some Old Bay, some Tony's. That combination. So I just can't see myself paying $20 per bottle for nothing. Okay, that's just me. Now, when Be Love came out, I did buy the Be Love sauce packet, but I never bought that again. So, but to each his own. To each his own. Nola says, did they just get money from an engagement part? It was 24.99. I don't know. I I just know this is a mess. And I'm praying for Chef because she is over there. I think she's definitely going through something, but I think it's deeper than what she wants to admit. I think that she's definitely bit off more than she can chew. That's all it is. Okay. She's bit off more than she can chew. She'll say, okay, I see my great value. Okay, baby, I will stick to them 98-cent seasonings all day. Now, I will splurge for season salt because I just like Lori's. That's the only type of season salt I like. And I do like Lori's. I like their garlic powder too, but I can eat, I can get the generic version of that too. But yeah, I ain't paying $20 for no season. I'm sorry. Hmm. A lot of people say, yeah, y'all, that seasoning Deep breath says, I don't believe that seasoning is Chef. She's not saying anything about it at all. Yeah. I mean, it's not looking good. And I think that she just needs to take a step back and regroup. Because, you're too old to be starting your life over and over again for relationships. And not saying that like I said, I just started, consistently, watching her. So I can't say what she has done in the past, but this ain't looking good. A lot of process, the seasons are the bomb. D. Brown says, now I see why Teresa always says she don't want to work with anybody. Yeah. Because something always go left. Something always go left. Shauna says, the season is good and live. I give it that. Yeah. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I have heard some good reviews. And don't get me wrong. This is not taking anything away from Chef. She can do the damn thing in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? She definitely can. She definitely can. Blessing says Brad's cuisine is great. I just did a reorder. Yeah, she could definitely do the thing in the kitchen. She was cooking some, I think it was salmon cakes. It was something, but oh, she can throw down now. I can give her that, and I think that that's another thing that sucks about relationships because it seems like ever since she's been in this new relationship, I think that has overshadowed how the talent. Um because you have to be careful when you're a celebrity, or not even celebrity, but when you're a public figure, you have to be careful about plastering your relationship all over your business page. That's a lot of the reason why a lot of people don't show their significant other, because now it turns into the you and your man show or you and your woman show versus people really coming to you for the craft. Kind of like, I don't know, if it's a young lady, she's a comedian and she does food reviews. Her name is Rolled Up K, and y'all probably seen her before. She's young. She does all the voiceovers for, like, she goes around the country reviewing restaurants and stuff. But she purposely doesn't show her woman. And a lot of people ask her why, and she just explained that I don't want people to come here expecting this to be about me in a relationship, even though this is my partner, and so she's gonna be here by my side. Y'all don't need to know nothing about her because this is about me. And I think that's a really good business decision because even though her girlfriend literally is present in every video, her audience we don't get invested in the girlfriend because she keeps the content focused on the food and the comedy and the laughter. And I think that that's something that's really beautiful that Chef can take notes of, because it's okay to have your woman there by your side. It's kind of, you don't have to try to hide your woman, but don't make her the forefront of everything, because now it seems like people are more interested in this, and we've kind of forgotten about how good you are in the kitchen. Shauna says, I love her collard green seasoning and the peach cobbler seasoning. So now y'all finna have me over here trying Chef stuff, and I just said I ain't want to spend no money, but y'all, the way y'all talking about it now, I may go back on my word. Alive and prosperous. Let's just be more careful with people we know are fragile. Right. Yeah. That is true. And like I said, I like Chef. I think Chef is amazing. I think that she's an awesome person. This is the thing. Her spirit shines through. I can say that. So even with people saying that she's playing victim, I don't think that she's doing it with malicious intent. I think that that is her defense mechanism because she's so in love. And I think that she's so in love that she's unconsciously throwing everybody else up under the bus to fight for her relationship because she feels she's in defense mode. So don't get me wrong. Even though in this situation, I think that Chef was wrong for how she did Boss Lady. She definitely was. But I think that one thing I can say about her, I think that it doesn't come from an evil place. I think it's coming from a place of her just being so in love that she just don't want nobody to look at her woman in a negative light. And I think that she's windmilling to protect her boo, and that is backfiring on her. That's what I think. Chef Ruben Darius had a choice of words too about Chef. I really hope Chef wakes up and restore her friendship. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. The child, the greens is bomb. See, now y'all gonna have me going back on my word, honey. Lord, I'm gonna have to go buy some of this stuff because the way y'all talking about it. But yeah, but I mean, I said, like I said, I still like Chef. Even through all this, I still like her. I just, it's a situation where you kind of have that family member or that friend who is in that bad relationship and you just really wish they'll wake up. Not saying her relationship is bad, but she's moving a little bit too fast. And I think it can be detrimental if she doesn't kind of pull the reins back. So if she happens to listen to this, which I don't know if she will or won't, nobody's trying to degrade you or bash you or put you down or kick you while you're down. It's just simply saying that if this relationship is causing so much turmoil and there are so many people who are against it, not saying you have to base your relationship off of everybody, but sometimes you can kind of use that as an awakening to kind of reevaluate how you move. Because if it's causing this much drama, then maybe just maybe a higher power is trying to alert you and kind of pull you by your back of your head real quick and just say slow out a little bit, because this woman take could be awesome. She could be the yin to your yang. But and she could not be an evil person either. She just probably is. I got this woman, she Facebook famous, she make good money on Facebook, and she ready to wine and dine me, so let's go. So she may unconsciously not be thinking about the longer term. And that's all we want Chef to do. So it's not to bash her or put her down. It's just think about the long term. Think about, even though I'm in love and I'm googly eyed, there is always a honeymoon phase. And I need to make sure that I'm okay through all the ups and downs that are to come with being in a relationship. Casey says, Tay been married twice. Why are you looking at 9K plus wedding dresses and having a big lavish wedding? And we see Chef ain't got it like that. Imagine how much they would charge for the online wedding event. Yeah, that is true. And, like I said, I think that, sometimes women, when they get with people who they think have a lot of money and they don't really know the logistics of what's going on behind the scenes, they get carried away. Kind of like when you have like that guy who's a baller who go come in the club and pop bottles and buy all the girls drink all the time, and then when you finally kind of hear a word on the street like, okay, but he still got these businesses that's, maybe going out of business, or he still got things that, he got to handle, just because everything that look good ain't always what it seems. And I think that sometimes a lot of women get kind of lost in the sauce because they just see the fame and the fortune, and they just get, like, oh, they get greedy. But, Chef has to kind of slow it down a little bit. But it says, good point. Now I agree 100,000%. Thank you. Windmilling, that's the word. Yeah. It says at Chef A, she just don't give a F. Yeah. And she is, and this is the thing, everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to have that warm, bubbly feeling when you see your man or your woman coming and walking down it aisle and you crying. Everybody wants that. Or, a lot of people want it. Now, let me not say everybody, but a lot of people want that. And so, Chef is not getting any younger. She's getting older. And so she just may be, she may just be ready to settle down. She may be tired of the street. She want to really settle down. And so maybe that's blinding her because, when you start, I know a lot of time, I see a lot of older women do that. They like feel like, look, my time is ticking. I'm not getting any younger. I want to go ahead and settle down with the love of my life. And, that is distracting her from, just some things that she may need to be more aware of. Shauna South says, but Tay says she has her own money. Tay was a nurse or something, and now she doesn't work. Yeah, because I saw a live with her kind of explaining that she has her own bag, and I hope she does. Because like I said, with social media being a public influencer, it's up and down. So she needs to be able to contribute as well. But we'll see. We'll see how this all pans out. Like I said, Still nothing against Chef. This is not to put her down or to bash her. It's just to kind of, give some perspective on what happened. And hopefully her and Boss Lady can work it out. Hopefully they can, talk behind the scenes and mend whatever. Even though public, friendship breakups are always hard to come back from. And we'll be keeping up with it. We'll be keeping up. Hey, Lisa T. Hey, hey, hey. But yeah, we'll be keeping up because I'm interested to see how this pans out. I'm interested to see, oh, is the relationship going to still be here a year later? Is she going to have to make that move? How will that move go? What's going to happen with the house? So we're going to start following that and discussing that, and hopefully it all works out because on that recording she seemed to be very stressed, very, very not okay. And I think that she is windmilling like hell for her bae. She don't want nobody to say nothing about her, and she is ready to go to war with everybody about her boo. Yeah, I hope for them all as well. Yep. Casey, I totally agree. Chef says she's working towards Tay not having to return to work or work anymore. I guess that's why Chef pushes Tay Pay so hard. Yeah. And I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you just have to be very careful. That's all. Lisa T says Chef told her not to go back to work or pick up another contract. Yeah, okay. I think you're right, Lisa. I remember that. And it kind of makes me look at Lisa kind of cross-eyed because I'm like, I don't know if I would let somebody that I just met in 5 months ago or however long ago. And at this point, they've only been talking 5 months, and I'm pretty sure that she told her this earlier on in the relationship. I don't know if I'm gonna let somebody who I haven't known that long dictate how the hell I'm finna work. Look, I love you. I know we got to spend time together, but I'll be damned. I'll be damned if you finna tell me that I ain't going back to work because baby, we could fall out tomorrow. So that in itself speaks volumes because if you know you and this woman just met, why are you so quick to not go to work when she asks you not to? And now playing devil's advocate, if you are if someone comes into your life and you perceive them to be rich and famous, and maybe that blinded her vision, but I don't know if I would have did that, honey. Lisa T says Tay was working 6 days, 14 hours. Well, that was a lot. That is a lot of work. So maybe she just wanted the mental break. I don't know. It's all confusing. It'll all play out though. It really will. But I just hope Chef does not end up in a position where she is losing anything that she works hard for because, you know, it's hard to build a social media following and to get it to the point where it is literally changing your life and you are making some good money. You have to be very careful and not mismanage that because it could be here today, gone tomorrow. So I just hope Chef gets it together. It's okay to be, I get it. She wants to be in love and she want to be settled down with her boo, baby. That's your prerogative. But I think that my message to her would be, your loved one, they may have some valid concerns. Everyone isn't coming from a place of hate. If all of your loved ones and your friends have, kind of had an issue with or voiced a concern about the relationship, then you don't have to dictate how you move, but you can definitely listen and consider, and reevaluate as well. Yeah, always have your own. Yes, Lisa says hope everyone is having a pleasant night. Yes, we are. But it's almost time for me to walk in here and get my baby out cheer practice. But I enjoyed talking with you all. Like I said, we'll see what happens. But I was just, I'm kind of worried for Chef Carmen because she did not sound okay on that recording. And even when she went live to address it, she still looked worried. And it's just a lot. And and she needs to if she's not ready to 100% make that move to Houston, that she needs to be open with her partner about that and let her know like, look baby, I love you to death, but it's a little bit complicated for me to move. I have a business in Atlanta, and even though we love each other and we want to be married or probably maybe already married or whatever, I still got to stay back here and handle some things first so that way I don't just rip myself away from everything that I've been working so hard for. And you still have your child and your grandbaby, so it's a lot to consider. So I hope that she pushes through and figures it out because baby, it's gotten messy. Okay. But I thank you all for hanging in here with me tonight. Like I said, if you are in here, hit that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Turn those post notifications on. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging in here with me and chatting with me and joining in on the conversation. And so we will stay tuned. We will stay tuned. Lisa says I believe Chef is headed for a mental breakdown. I believe so too. But I hope it does not happen. But I was very worried for her. I was very worried for her. Casey says, I think Chef sat down and started that live with the intention of doing exactly what she did. I think that she did, and I think that it came from a place of just being hurt and wanting to be heard. I think that she wanted Boss Lady to, feel bad. Because she is hurt. And I think that she just feels like everybody's coming for her because she's in a relationship. But no, it's not that. It's definitely not that. Thank you. Thank you. But says enjoy your evening. Thank you. Thank you. I love being drama free, honey. Yes, honey. I love a good old clean conversation. No drama, no arguing. But I love you all and y'all have a good night. And I will see y'all in my next video. See y'all later.